16-15 after one. But Jim Johnson had something to say about that in the at the buzzer. 16-15 Pavilion after one. But Jim Johnson had something to say about that in the second quarter. He nails a three of his own for a 32-29 Honeoye lead at the intermission. It stayed close right to the end. Ben Kinney, the great drive for two. Pavilion had the lead back 46-44. But Honeoye's leader, Richard Harris, got the job done. He hits three of his 22 points right here, 50-46 late in the fourth. Pavilion had one final chance, but couldn't get the timeout in time as Honeoye gets its third straight sectional championship. But first for rookie head coach Rick Martin.
We expect to be right up there with everyone else buying a ticket, I'll tell you that much. But sometimes I guess things just work out. God smiled on us today. I want to say hi to all the people in Honeoye. Thanks for all your support.
It was a squeaker for Honeoye, but they advanced 51-49.
Okay, so that was three champions. Five more crowned today. Of course, Greece Athena and Fairport battling it out for one of them, but four more this afternoon, starting at noon with Class Double D.
We started the day in Class Double D, defending champ Prattsburg and Campbell. The Vikings were ready right off the bat. Elton Shaw to Chris Robbins, 41-29. Shaw was named MVP of the class. That included 26 points today as Prattsburg avenges its only loss of the year, winning their second straight title.
We lost to these guys in the county tournament. I mean, they broke our 48-game winning streak, and we felt like we lost a little bit there, so we came out today and we really wanted it really bad.
Campbell rallied late to close the gap, but Prattsburg wins it 76-70. Class C action, the surprise of the tournament, 10th seed Marion versus the top seed Lions. The Black Knights were not about to roll over either. Greg Haskins for three. This one was close all the way. But Lions got hot down the stretch. Marcus Chance with the drive and the score. He had 19, Jamie Downing 26. Lions its third title in 4 years.
We knew it was going to be tough, but we also had the feeling that we could pull it off. We just had to work hard. We came out a little soft, you know. We weren't into our offense, and the defense wasn't that good either. But Coach talked to us during halftime, and we picked it up.
The top seed prevails in Class C, 78-71, the final. Class Double C action, top seed Minders and number 3 Perry. This one was all Minders. Matt Verkey in the first quarter, the steal for the easy layup. 23-9, Minders led it. Second quarter, this time Verkey on the pass. He finds Kevin Korzeniewski in the lane for the bucket. Second half, Minders just pulled away. Mark Scalzo inside to Big Jerry Anderson. Minders wins the sectional title in Class Double C.
This is the icing on the cake. This is the best honor anyone can possibly get. The individual honors are nice, but I'd rather have this any day.
It ended up being an easy one for Minders, 78-53, the final.
Class D action, top seed Batavia Notre Dame taking on Belmont. Notre Dame jumped out to the early lead and never looked back. The Fighting Irish rode the play of senior Tom McCulley to the victory. McCulley scored a game-high 24, picked up MVP honors as Notre Dame beat Belmont 56-46.
It's wonderful. It's the best feeling I've ever had. You know, it's something that we all worked hard for 3 years. And, you know, I can't describe the feeling that I'm feeling right now.
Batavia Notre Dame, Section 5, Class D champion with a 10-point win over Belmont. So that's the way the Section 5 champions go. Now for champions of another kind, let's go back to Mike and Jim.
Champion cheerleaders is what Rich is talking about, and there's a great set of cheerleaders here in the Section 5 group. The co-chairpersons of Section 5 cheerleading, Patty Saxby and Joanne Small, do a great job. We are going to take a look now at a live shot of the Greece Olympia squad. They're led by Val Snellgrove, who is the coach. Let's go to the Greece Olympia cheerleading squad, the Class A champions. Olympia, the Class A champions from cheerleading. All right, the other champions, Double B, Greece Arcadia, cheerleading champs. In Group B, it is Geneva, and Double C, it is Wayland. Other champs in Class C, Bloomfield, and Triple D, Keshequa, Double D, Avoca, and in
Hi, I'm EZ Saver for RG&E. You know, saving energy is a lot like saving string. Every little bit counts. That's why we've announced important new programs, bright ideas to help us all become more energy efficient and save money too. You see, if we can be a little smarter about the way we use energy today, it can wind up making a real difference tomorrow.
It's Roseanne Sullivan's Wild Weekend Sale. Now through Monday only, save on all major appliances from washers to refrigerators, ranges, dishwashers, and microwave ovens. Save on all color TVs, VCRs, and camcorders, audio components, computers, even electronic keyboards. Plus, you can buy now with no payments of any kind for not just 30 or 90 days, but a full 150 days. Roseanne Sullivan's Wild Weekend Sale.
Nobody does it better.
Don't you miss it.
Roseanne Sullivan.
It's wild.
19 hours only. Ruby Gordon's No Money March Miracle. 1 full year, no interest, no payments till March 1993. Store-wide savings. Sofas, chairs and recliners, sleeper sofas, dining rooms, bedrooms, furniture for the kids, plus Rochester's largest Sealy mattress selection. 19 hours only, No Money March Miracle. Sunday and Monday, only at Ruby Gordon.
Why Christo Ford?
I look at every deal that goes through here, and I'm confident our family sells Fords for less.
Because nothing leaves this service department without my personal inspection, and I'm not easy.
Why Christo Ford? Because you'll pay less for a car here, and if you give me a chance, I can personally prove it.
Because of our repeat customer history, that tells me my family's doing something right.
Why Christo Ford? Because Christo cares.
Welcome back to the War Memorial. We are just about set for the start of the second half. You know, on Thursday at Monroe Golf Club, the people at Burkett Mills once again did an outstanding job to help Section 5 basketball and put on a tremendous luncheon. And at that luncheon, the coaches of the year were announced. Let's take a look at the winners from all the sections. Winner for Coach of the Year in Class A, Don Brown of Greece Athena, for leading his Trojans to the Section 5 championship game tonight and an undefeated record. The Class Double B Coach of the Year also comes from Greece Arcadia's Doug Childs, winning the award for a third time. In Class B, a first-time winner, Dansville's James DeBell, for leading his Mustangs to a number 4 seed this season in Class B. In Class Double C, it is Scott Smith of Minders Academy. In just his second year as the Blue Devils head coach, it is his first Coach of the Year. Another first-time winner comes from Class C, Tom Ladelfa, who led the Warsaw Tigers to a number 2 seed in this year's tournament. In Class Triple D, Doug Burnside of Keshequa is a winner for a 4th time. Burnside previously won in 1982, 83, and 84. In Class Double D, Jim Burke of Prattsburg is a 5-time winner. Before this year, Burke had won in 85, 87, 88, and 89. And the Coach of the Year in Class D is a first-time winner. It is Mike Rapone from the Notre Dame Batavia Fighting Irish.
5 of the 10 best-selling cars and trucks in America are Fords, including the all-new Ford Taurus. It comes with a standard V6, available anti-lock brakes, and a $500 cash bonus. Now get $500 cash back, $700 in option savings, and a $500 cash bonus. And because Ford Taurus is the only car in its class with dual airbags, it could save you more than you think. Ford Taurus, with double the cash back now through March 15th. See your local Ford dealer today.
My name is Anthony Harris. I'm in 7th grade. I go to Nathaniel Rochester Community School. I'd like to introduce you to my hero, Elwin Jones. He's my big brother. Ellen helps me to understand life and encourages me to take school more seriously. Ellen wants me to be successful in everything I do.
I think it's a blessing from the Lord to be able to motivate a young child like that and to show them the way that they can go.
When I get older, I'm going to be just like Ellen. Ellen is a great person to hang out with. I'm glad he's my hero and I love him.
Ice Storm 91. To commemorate the anniversary of the worst storm in Rochester history, News Source 13's Chronicle of the Storm and its aftermath is once again available on videotape for a limited time only. To get your copy, send a check or money order for $14.95 per tape to Ice Storm 91, WOKR-TV, P.O. Box L, Rochester, New York 14623. Please allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. For 85 years, Run's has been serving Rochesterians with great restaurant values. Join us this week at Run's Periwinkle Pub, Run's on the Ridge, and now Run's Henrietta for our lunch specials. Try our delicious prime rib or ocean sea scallops and succulent chicken parmesan, all priced at $4.95 and served till 6 p.m. daily. For dinner this week, we've got surf and turf, twin lobster tails, and filet mignon for $10.95 at Run's on the Ridge, Greece, Run's Periwinkle Pub, Parrington, and now Run's Henrietta.
Welcome back. We are just about set to start the second half. Fairport trails Greece Athena by 4 points. The teams are back out on the court. And, Coach, right now we talk about the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. It's got to be the key to this ball game if Fairport can keep control.
That was a great block by John. The only thing is he knocked it right back into Keith Downing's hand, and Keith hit the big shot right there. That was a great play by Fairport.
It shows, at least in the first half, that Fairport has not been intimidated, at least to this point. So we are set now to start the second half, and it is the Greece Athena Trojans with the ball. Pratt back in the game. Remember, he is playing with 3 fouls. Eric Schmidt for 3, and there's the first three-pointer of the game.
That was a big bucket right there. They're coming back with some confidence here. I told you earlier that if they could hit that shot on the perimeter and gain some confidence, it could be Athena's ball game. Big possession here for Fairport.
They've got to keep the game close. They're down by 7 right now to start the second half. That's the way Don Brown had to want to start the second half. If you could design it that way, come right out and get the ball and hit that three-pointer, and that's what they did. Now Fairport.
All right, Athena's sitting in a 1-3-1 zone here, and Fairport wants them to come out and play man-to-man, so they're going to hold the ball here.
Now this rule has changed, right, Coach? Before, you wouldn't be able to do this.
Right. Well, you could do it, but you'd have to move the ball.
And that's eventually
right now they're going to come out. Big basket.
Manhurst with a turnaround jumper, and it's a 5-point game. John Wallace led the way in the first half with 12 points and 4 rebounds. Pratt had 3 points before he got in foul trouble and had to leave the game. Davies with 4. Schmidt now with 8. There's Wallace going up. A lot of contact on the play, and they're going to call a foul, and it looks like it's going to go against the Fairport, and it looks like it might be on Manhurst. He took the brunt of that, but the foul was called.
Yeah, I think they're both hurting a little bit. John's holding his hip there and holding his side. He went aggressive, and Joe went up and said, no way.
All right, so John Wallace goes to the free throw line here. As we mentioned, he had 12 points in the first half, and back on the foul line, and makes the first one here, gets it to roll in.
Got a first half foul shooting, Mike. Athena was 6 for 11 for 55%, and Fairport was 8 for 11 for 77%. We have to hope that Athena's foul shooting improves the second half, and I think it will.
All right, Quagliarello out front along with Downing as they control the ball in the front, and now
they're still in the 1-3-1.
They come out a little bit farther to play. Lenhard came out, now they wait back again, and they go into this little cat and mouse game once again as Quagliarello calls for Manhurst to come back out, and they're just going to stand there and wait. They trail it right now by 7 points. What are they going for right now, Coach? They're trying to up-tempo the game at all? Is that what they're trying to do?
No, Athena usually plays man-to-man. And they're changing it up here. They're going to make Fairport shoot the ball on the perimeter a little bit. They're kicking the ball inside. And so Coach Brown changed it. Hey, we'll go to a little bit of zone here and make them shoot the ball. But Fairport wants to hold the ball in maybe in hopes that Athena will come out and play him man-to-man.
Boy, the miss that time by John Wallace. It went right in and out of the rim. And And what we talked about earlier was how well Pratt gets that entry pass to him. I mean, John Wallace put his hands there, and the ball was right in his hands, even though he was covered.
He does an excellent job. He leads the team in assists.
So Pratt back out in the ball game. He is at guard along with Lenhard, but it is Scott Davis out front here, controlling the ball along with Quagliarello. Runs into a little bit of trouble and comes back out to Downing, and they set up the offense once again. He looks over to Coach Fitch to see what they're going to do, and they start with a little movement, a little low pick, and the time for Manhurts and contact on that play, and they're going to call the offensive foul.
Well, they got him back in, playing man-to-man. That time down, Athena jumped into man-to-man.
Fairport foul number 50, Joe Manhurts. His second, the team's second.
Well, I've got a second. I'd like to thank some of the people from Section 5 who helped us put this broadcast together and help us all year long and do a tremendous job. Section 5 President Mike Foster. Good hustle that time by Schmidt. He threw it off Quagliarello, and Athena's going to keep the ball. Doug Westcott, the basketball committee chairman. Fred Hermanson, the tournament statistician. Glenn Harkins, the public relations director for the tournament. Always doing an outstanding job, and all year long and helping people in Section 5 basketball, and of course helped us put this broadcast on for you today. Inside to John Wallace, he goes to Davies, and the ball's blocked, and hold on a second, Manhurts called for the foul, and he didn't like that one.
You got Lenhard over there hurt. He dove for the ball there and hit his head on the floor, and they're going to take some time here a little bit.
We will check on Jake Lenhard when we return. We're going to take a timeout. It's 31-24. Fairport trailing Athena.
This is a regular incandescent light bulb. RG&E wants you to know that by changing to compact fluorescent, you'll use up to 75% less energy. We'll even give you a rebate of $10 off the purchase of every bulb. If everyone made this one simple switch, that would give us savings we all could clearly see.
And we are back to foul shots here for Mike Davies. He made the first. Here's the second free throw. And he's got it, so he hits both here, 4 for 4 on the free throw line in the second half for Athena after struggling in the first, and they've built that lead up to 9.
33, Fairport 24.
Quagliarello's in a lot of trouble. The ball is loose, and the possession arrow is going to go. Fairport's going to hold on to the ball, as Athena had it to begin in the second half. Now, Coach, is there a danger here? You're down by 9 points, and obviously you need to maybe pick up the pace a little bit, but there has to be a balance between picking up the pace and getting into a run.
Yeah, they have to go to their big score. They have to go back in the lane here. They're back in the man-to-man. They have to drop it back in the paint. You know, Fairport is not a very good perimeter shooting team. You know, it's going to be difficult for them to, to pick up the shots on the perimeter. They're going to have to go inside, make something happen in the lane.
Athena being very aggressive on the perimeter on defense. As we mentioned, they're not a strong shooting team, Fairport isn't, and you've got John Wallace back there to help you, so he can make you be a little more aggressive on defense.
Oh, yeah. We're sitting in the zone here now, I guess.
Wallace going for the steal that time and knocks the ball out of bounds. 4:16 to go in the third quarter. 33-24. Athena leading Fairport. Downing goes inside. Wakefield gets the bucket. Boy, I tell you, he is not afraid to go up against Wallace.
Oh, he's a wide body in that lane. He'll go right to the hole with it.
Pratt, a little bit of contact there, and they're going to call the foul on Quagliarello.
A little too much reaching going on in the lane. And that's that penetration again. Pratt does an excellent job of penetrating, collapsing that defense.
He also seems to make a good decision when he gets inside there, because obviously you would think he's looking for John Wallace, and he does, but I think he fools people sometimes when he takes it right to the basket.
Yes.
And he gets the foul shot to go. .5'10" senior hits both free throws. 35-26. Tough pressure defense that time by Murphy, but Quagliarello gets past him and gets the ball into the front court. Downing with the ball, thought about taking the three, but decides to pull back out and look inside for Wakefield. Now he drives for the bucket. Misses. Essie with the rebound goes into Davis's hands, and he pulls it back out. He looked in and saw John Wallace and thought better of it. Now takes it right back at Wallace and gets it rejected. That's a fifth block for Wallace, and they're on the break. It is Pratt up for Wallace. He can't handle the pass, but now gets it back. Goes down hard to the ground and knocks it out of bounds.
So that was an aggressive play at the defensive end. Athena's coming out and putting pressure on him, making Fairport put the ball to the floor. You know, you have John Wallace back in there, and that's exactly what happened. They put the ball to the floor, try to go to the basket, and John goes up and rejects it.
John Wallace with 5 blocks so far in the game.
That's what Athena has to do. They have to put some pressure on the guards out on the top here.
Smooth shot that time for Downing. He hits the jumper inside the lane, and it's now 35-28.
Trojans lead by 7.
3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. A 7-point lead for Athena. Schmidt picks up his dribble there. Now he's in a little bit of trouble, but goes to Pratt. Again, the great entry pass to Wallace, who misses. Davies gets the rebound. Now it's back to Wallace. Ball swatted out. Wallace puts it in.
John Wallace.
Swatted away, but goes inside to Manhurst. He waits. Great pass to Wakefield, who blew the layup. It comes back to Downing, and he knocks it in.
They were fortunate to score on that.
Now Athena on the run a little bit, but Murphy picks it back up and goes to Pratt, who's going to settle things down. 37-30, his team leading him. Watch him drive inside, look for Wallace. Instead goes up with a shot, partially blocked. And it's Quagliarello who comes down with it, and he's on the break. Covered by Murphy, but he pulls up anyhow and it rolls in and out. Aggressive play that time on the boards by Davis, but it is John Wallace who pulls it down. Schmidt trying to do it on his own. The ball's knocked loose, and they're going to call the jump ball, and the possession's going to remain with Athena. Jake Lenhardt was shaken up just a little bit earlier, comes back into the game along with Todd Essie. Fairport.
Fairport number 40, Todd Essie.
Wakefield takes the seat on the bench.
Look for Murphy getting the ball back in the corner here.
Wallace goes right to the basket, and he's fouled on the play.
They didn't get any defensive help from the top there that time. Downing has to drop down. Estes can't play him one-on-one in the lane.
John Wallace missed those first 2 free throws. He's hit all 4 since then. And he has 16 points to this point. As we mentioned earlier, John Wallace, a Parade Magazine All-American, made the 2nd team there. A McDonald's All-American will be playing in that game. Verbal commitment to SU. And you know what else, Coach? He told me he's the best ping pong player in all of Section 5.
Is he really? I'd like to play him. I'm not too bad myself.
Well, he had a lot of people challenge that, and a lot of guys on his own team, including Jake Lenhardt, gave him a hard time about it. He said that when he said he could beat Jake left-handed, that's when he drew the line. John Wallace, obviously a talented young man. He's going for the block here, but doesn't get it, and it is the layup that time by Keith Downing. And Downing is having a big second half. 4 rebounds already in the second half, and gets the bucket here, keeps his team within 6. There's Wallace going right in on Essie. Boy, he has a soft touch around the basket.
Nice shot.
Timeout call this time by Fairport. They trail it by 8 points. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll pick it up with 1:02 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Attention homeowners, the U.S. Congress has made available loans of up to $17,500 for your home improvement projects through the FHA Title I loan program. That's right, you could be eligible for up to $17,500. Call now at 1-800-451-0058. Your home improvements may include energy-efficient siding, replacement windows, and roofing. Kitchens, bathrooms, and additions may also qualify. If you'd like to hear more, call now, 1-800-451-0058.
My name is Anthony Harris. I'm in 7th grade. I go to Nathaniel Rochester Community School. I'd like to introduce you to my hero, Elwin Jones. He's my big brother. Elwin helps me to understand life and encourages me to take school more seriously. Elwin wants me to be successful in everything I do.
I think it's a blessing from the Lord to be able to motivate a young child like that and to show them the way that they can go.
When I get older, I'm going to be just like Elwin. Elwin is a great person to hang out with. I'm glad he's my hero and I love him.
We are back. Quarter number 3, 1 minute, 2 seconds to go. There's John Wallace, who is hot so far, 19 points. He also has 6 rebounds and 5 blocks to go along with it. Fairport takes the inbounds, and there's Quagliarello taking things in the middle. You know, so far, Coach, it seems like Athena's done a good job of getting to the line here in the 3rd quarter, where Fairport has yet to go to the foul line. Athena's hit 7 of 8, and that's a conscious effort to get the ball inside the Wallace.
Yep. John sitting back in that lane there.
Manhertz goes inside to Downing, who's having a big second half, and he hits again. Downing now with 16 points.
Downey's starting to come alive here. He's their leading scorer, Mike.
He's hit the last 8 points for Fairport. He's the only one keeping him in the game right now. He's a great athlete and an outstanding basketball player, and he showed it here. He's staying right there along with John Wallace as the star players in this game. It's a 6-point deficit right now for Fairport. Athena with the lead, so they're going to hold it for 1. There is 11 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Brian Pratt with the ball, Jeff Fitch looking on. Here comes the play, 6 seconds to go. 3-pointer for Murphy. No good. The rebound, Manhertz, and that's the way. Quarter number 3 is going to come to an end. It's going to the 4th, and it's still a close one. Fairport trailing Athena. The Trojans lead at 40-34. We're going to take a timeout and come back with quarter number 4.
Every second.
Every second.
Every minute.
Every minute.
Every hour.
Every hour.
Of every day.
Every day.
News is happening.
Is happening.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. So count on News Source 13 and ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings, because news is
everywhere.
5 of the 10 best-selling cars and trucks in America are Fords, and the best never rest. It's the all-new Ford F-Series. It comes with air, AM/FM stereo, rear anti-lock brakes, and more. Plus, now save up to $2,500 before you make your best deal. And Ford Explorer, number 1 in its class, now save over $1,900. See America's winning lineup. See your local Ford dealer today.
We're back and ready for the 4th quarter, Coach. At this point, Fairport down 6. Now, we've been talking all along about how they're fortunate to stay in the ballgame. Down 6 now, starting the 4th. Do they change any of their strategy at this point?
No, I think they're going to stay right with what they have here. They just got to take care of the ball a little bit better. And got to go inside.
Athena with just 1 team foul so far, so it's going to be tough for Fairport to get to the line unless they're in a shooting situation. 5 team fouls against the Red Raiders. So Athena, you know, is going to be pounding that ball back inside to John Wallace. There's Downing, who's been the hot man in the second half for Fairport. He kicks it back to Quagliarello. Davis nearly loses it, now throws it away. The ball is loose, and it's picked back up by Downing. He goes to Manhertz, who goes right to the bucket, misses the shot. Hold on. Wakefield fell on top of Davies, who luckily survived the collision. Now, they list Wakefield at about 260, Coach, but I tell you what, I'd like to see that scale. He's a big kid.
He really is.
Coach Fitch is looking for big things from him next year. Talks about him maybe dropping a few pounds and improving his inside game, and he thinks he could be a scholarship-type player next year for the Red Raiders. Right now, he's worried about stopping John Wallace, and Wallace appeared to get tripped up and got the call there. John's got a smile on his face. He was a little fortunate on that one.
Well, he is putting a lot of pressure on the backside of John there a little bit. I think John did a little play acting and got away with it.
So he's a great basketball player. He's a great ping pong player, and maybe he has a little thespian in him, too. A little bit of acting.
I'm sure. John's going to be playing, as you mentioned before, he's going to be playing April 10th in the Dapper Dan Classic down there in Pittsburgh, which is a great game there with some of the premier players in the nation. And he's also going the 19th to Atlanta, Georgia, to play in a McDonald's ball game down there.
He'll play against the best players in the country. He's appeared in camps with many of those players, and now he'll be in a competitive situation for him as they all get set for their college years. Right now he's trying to win a Section 5 title, and his team leads it by 8. Wakefield wide open, won't take
that shot.
Downing had it, but turned inside to go to Manhertz, who can't get the roll. The ball comes loose, and it's Pratt who pulls it down, and he'll hold on to it.
So Wakefield has to take that foul shot right there. Right now, Wallace will not come away from the basket. If Wallace comes away from the basket, now they can dump it down.
Wallace gets free, but doesn't get the layup, misses the tip. Downing pulls it down. The ball's loose, and it comes back in Downing's hands, and he's on the break. It's 2-on-2, helped by Davis. Downing pulls up and misses. Pratt with a rebound, Quagliarella with the foul.
Downing's young, and he's got to learn to foul that shot. He thought it was going to fall, and he started back up the court again.
Still an 8-point lead. You know, many of these players that you're seeing in tonight's game are also going to appear in the 7th annual Ronald McDonald House All-Star Game. That's coming up Saturday, March 28th at the University of Rochester. Now, the girls' All-Star Game is at 6, the boys' game at 8. And this year's slam dunk contest is going to be at halftime of the girls' game. And, of course, it's a great event because the proceeds go to the Rochester Ronald McDonald House. So you'll see a lot of these great players there. Right now, as we mentioned, they are trying to nail down a sectional title, and it is a 9-point lead for Athena over this man's team, Jeff Fitch's Fairport Red Raiders.
So this is the foul shooting right here, Mike, that's coming in the end of the ball game. I told you before they struggled early, but I think I'd rather struggle early than coming down to the match at the end.
You see the seniors making the adjustments and coming through in the pressure time when it hits the 4th quarter as Pratt hits both. Fairport going to need to be maybe a little more aggressive
There's
on
that
offense.
dump down again, but they have Wallace down.
Going to call the 3 seconds. Now, a lot of times you won't see him call 3 seconds when a guy has the ball going to the basket, but he was obviously waiting that time and wasn't making a motion to the hoop.
He was holding the ball. He has to make an effort to go to the basket right there. He faked just one too many times.
John Wallace won't get credit for anything on that point except maybe forcing a turnover, but he obviously made the defensive play there. Now he's on offense. Wakefield gives him a push. The ball comes back loose to Schmidt, who hits the jumper along the baseline. The lead's now 12. Fairport's in a little bit of trouble right now. They call timeout. 5:41 to go here in the 4th quarter. Athena's broken the game up to a 12-point lead. We'll be right back.
HORC Hobbies Video Game Trading Center beats all their deals on hobbies, flat ball, video games, inline skates, and skateboards. HORC Hobbies is now giving away free video games. Stop in for details while they last. HORC Hobbies has used video game systems. Genesis, $119.95. Nintendo's, $49.95. Game Boys, $59.95. Link, $74.95. TurboGrafx, $74.95. Skateboards with grip tape, $24.95 and up. HORC Hobbies Video Game Trading Center, 982 Monroe Avenue.
This is a regular incandescent light bulb. RG&E wants you to know that by changing to compact fluorescent, you'll use up to 75% less energy. We'll even give you a rebate of $10 off the purchase of every bulb. If everyone made this one simple switch, that would give us savings we all could clearly see.
We're back and set for the 4th quarter. Fairport trailing Greece Athena by 12. Fairport yet to score here in the 4th quarter. Athena's already in the penalty. Fairport has just drawn 1 foul from Athena so far, so they're going to have to do it with offense. And what a move that time by Keith Downing, who gets the bucket and the foul. An aggressive offensive play.
Well, that was a big league move. We talked earlier where, you have to go along the baseline there with a big leaper like John and use that basket, for your protection there. He's going along the baseline. He gets a little hesitation move there. He comes up strong and uses the basket. See, John can't get up as high as he wants to because the rim is in the way.
John Wallace looked, but he did not pick up the foul on that play. He really got an opportunity. Downing misses the free throw, and Wallace pulls down the board. John Wallace's 8th rebound.
Fairport has to make those foul shots, stay in this ball game.
You see Schmidt ready to check back into the ball game for Athena. They lead it by 10, and you know where they're going with the ball. They're looking right inside to Wallace again. Davies kicks it to Murphy. The ball's knocked loose. Aggressive play.
Schmidt back in for Athena.
They're giving Wakefield a little bit of warning right there. He's talking to John Wallace. John's just basically laughing at him right now.
All right, it's Murphy to trigger the inbounds here, and he goes to Wallace, who's facing the basket.
Got to watch Murphy going to the corner here for the three. Nope, they're going inside to Big John.
Wallace gets the foul, and he'll go to the line. And he gets the ball in there. There really isn't much they can do unless they keep him from moving, right? If they let him go.
Well, that's what happens. You give him any room in that lane at all, he has the ability to go to the basket, turn, take the shot. He has great range around that basket.
With John Wallace, you're talking about a guy with a lot of athletic ability and who has improved dramatically from last year. And, Coach, a lot of people would have seen him in last year's sectionals, played against East High, had decent ball games, but how much has this young man improved from 1 year ago?
He has really, really improved. He's put a lot of time into his game. He's a great athlete, and I don't think he's finished growing here. I think he's going to still continue to grow. He's going to definitely get better. The thing is, here in high school, you have to put 2 or 3 people on him. You have to, lean on him and everything else. When he gets to the college level, he's going to be playing one-on-one against people. He'll have a lot more room to move. I think he's going to have a lot more fun in college.
He drills both foul shots here. He's hit 9 in a row after missing those first 2, and he's stretched the lead back up to 12 points. There you see the clock, 4:53 to go. Quagliarello hits the jumper. 10-point deficit right now for Fairport. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. 2 times these teams have played earlier, and on both occasions, Greece Athena has been able to win by a somewhat comfortable margin, but Fairport did lead one game at half. Tough shot by Pratt.
Yeah, that was the first game, Mike, and they ended up losing by 15. They lost 15, and they lost by 23.
That's not really Fairport's game, is it?
No, they're running that ball down the floor like that, no. But sometimes you have to take advantage of the breaks, but they got that ball a little carried away on the...
Pratt goes to the basket. A little bit of contact. No foul called on the play, and Downing comes down with it. Now looks for Quagliarello, but they throw it away, and here comes Lenhart. The foul, no, the basket doesn't go, and I think they might have gotten Downing before the shot.
Well, I think Manhurst reached in there as Lenhart was penetrating. Nope, he got Downing.
That's his third.
Jeff Fitch looking up at the clock and the score now. He sees his team down 12, just 4 minutes to go in the game. And they're not a three-point shooting team. They're not a great outside shooting team, so they're going to have to get some baskets either in transition or try to come up with some steals, and they really haven't gone with any full-court pressure.
No, they're not a very good pressing group. But they did try some up-tempo here, some fast break opportunities that they turned it over here.
Lenhart hits them both. It's now a 14-point lead, and you've seen how the foul shooting has improved dramatically from the beginning with Athena, so it's even going to be tough to foul to try to get back at this.
No, Athena, as I said before, is probably the best county foul shooting team around.
Downing. Boy, he gets the shooters rolling, cuts it back to 12. At this point, Coach Jeff Fitch has not gone with full court defensive pressure, but I would imagine on the next made basket is what he's calling for here. He's going to get his team down there for a little more defensive pressure.
They can't let him score. They've got to come up defensively here. Athena's working the ball for good shot.
Jake Lenhart's just going to pull it back and now swing it back over. They're going with the 3 guards right now. All excellent shooters, all steady players.
Athena's going to make him come out and play.
3 minutes, 13 seconds to go. The lead is 12 for Athena, and they have the ball. Now that is Pratt with the ball, and the foul called here on Quagliarello. Coach Fitch looking for a timeout here, and he's going to get it.
That's his fourth.
Timeout here called by Fairport. They trail it by 12 points at this stage. Coach, offensively, are there things they can do to change things? Will they go to a 3-point offense here and try to take some outside shots?
Well, not the personnel they have on the floor right now. I think McCormick and...
Let's listen to Coach Fitch right now as he talks to his team.
You're on the back of the diamond. Hear me? Okay, you 2 pressing or tapping on the wings. diamond press, okay? Then you got to hustle like crazy to go back. We'll go man-to-man against the four corner. You're going to have to do as best you can. Jump over, try to take the charge. If they come...
If you don't know what to do, just throw it toward our basket.
Take your time out.
Don't let him go around you.
Once he gets it out, you look to help back down. Let's go. Look for a decent shot, three-pointer. Go ahead and take it, TJ. Okay? Let's go now.
Well, we asked who he might go to if he needed a three-point shot, and it appears it would be TJ McCormick, who is a good outside shooter. Maybe
McCormick is their best perimeter shooter. You know, Downey is a good shooter, but he doesn't have the three-point range. TJ has that range. You know, it looked like, or listening to Coach Fitch there, they're going to go to a diamond press. That means it's an odd front, and they're going to go and try and double the ball on the inbound pass and hope for the turnover. And then they're going to hustle their tails back and get into man-to-man.
Pratt hits the free throw here. And Don Brown also talking about if you're in trouble and you got to throw the ball away, throw it towards your own basket. Throw it to the basket you're shooting at. Right. You don't want to let them pick up some baskets, cheap baskets the other way.
There's that foul shooting coming down again.
Quadrello's gone right to the basket, and there is the block. John Wallace coming through again. That is 6 for Wallace.
Great move by Lenhart.
Wallace misses. There's Manhertz. He's going to go deep, and they're going to get a layup out of this. Quadrello
nice pass. Nice pass by Manhertz. Coming down, Manhertz. The aggressive play. That's the football in him right there. Going to go after that ball.
Quadrello. Boy, they really needed that one to drop, and now the foul's going to be called. And you don't want to put Athena on the line because in the second half, Coach, 17 of 18 from the line.
They struggled early, but as I said, and I'll say it again, they are an excellent foul shooting team.
Athena leads it by 12 over Fairport, 54-42. There is 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the game. Esposito now coming into the game again, trying to get a little more offense into the game.
Oh, yes. Vinny Esposito is a good outside shooter. He has both his three-point shooters in right now. TJ McCormick, Vinny Esposito.
Of course, Fairport has not hit a three-point shot in this game. Athena has hit just one. But more importantly for Athena is they're hitting those foul shots.
That's where the good teams win it. You're coming down to the end when you have to foul to stop the clock. You know, Athena will put the ball right through the basket. That was a great call, wasn't it?
So the lead is 13.
There it is.
There's Esposito. That's what they needed.
Esposito. And here's your diamond press. They got him trapped.
And the veteran, the senior, calls timeout. We're going to take a timeout. 2:10 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 10-point lead for Athena.
Once each year, all over New York State, people wait for Raymore and Flanagan's Luck of the Irish Super Sale. Incomparable savings on furniture and bedding with no payments, no interest for 6 months. Plus, win one of more than 1,000 free furniture prizes. Plus, free round-trip airfare for 2 to Orlando, the Bahamas, even Hawaii. Raymore and Flanagan's Luck of the Irish, no payments, no interest for 6 long months. Free prizes, free airfare. Get it all during Raymore and Flanagan's Luck of the Irish Super Sale.
In these competitive times, you're having to do more around the office than ever before, with less help than ever before. That's why you should be doing more with Rochester Tel. We have just what you need to stay in step, from simple solutions to complex voice and data systems. So call us today for your free productivity analysis. We'll show you how to get in tune with the times.
We are back. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. It's a 10-point lead at this point for Athena, and they have the ball. Pratt trying to drive, and Davis called for the foul.
Fairport foul number 23, Scott Davis.
Scott Davis picks up the foul there.
And that puts Pratt back on the foul line again.
The referees for the game, Larry Trapoto's got the ball right now. He's going to be handing it over to Brian Pratt. And Al Dreschler underneath the bucket, and they did the job. There's Trapoto right there. As we talked about in the beginning of the game, they called it tight, set the tone for the game, and they've remained consistent throughout. I'm giving you an opportunity here, Coach, to say nice things about officials. It's tough when that
No, they're doing an excellent job tonight. You know, it's a tough game to officiate. You know, basketball is an active game, and the officials in Section 5 do a great job.
Remember, any officials watching, that is Jim Cox, Rush Henrietta coach. He'll be happy with that next year.
Give me a couple breaks next year. I may need them.
The rebound in the bucket. Downing, and it's a 10-point lead again. Here comes Pratt on the break. He loses the ball, and no tie-up. It's picked back up by Schmidt.
Hey, that's that football in him. He was a great tailback there at Athena this year. In talking with Brian before the ball game, I asked him, how many yards did you gain this year? He says, well, I was 12 yards short of 1,000. I said, well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm announcing that you're a 1,000-yard rusher this year. He was a great tailback, because I coach football too, and we had to tackle him a few times.
He is reportedly looking at either Cortland State or Ithaca, where his head coach, Don Brown, an Ithaca Bomber.
You know, and Joe Manners there was an all-state football selection on the Section 5 championship team, along with Pat Quagliarello, you know, for Fairport.
Brown delivers. 8 of 8 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Now the steal. Lenhard, Murphy. Lots of contact on the play, and Downing's going to pick up the foul.
I think Murphy kind of turned his ankle there. I hope he's not hurt.
Murphy looks to be in a little bit of pain here. There you see him. He came down funny on that ankle. We're going to take another look at it, Coach. They went aggressively to the basket here with the 12-point lead. Here it is on the replay.
You know, it's Lenhard coming down with a ball. He's going to make the play over to Murphy. Murphy gets up. He got his body kind of torqued around down there, and I kind of think he turned his ankle.
He did reach for his ankle on that play, and they're attending to him now down on the sidelines. There's Jeff Murphy. Looks like he's going to come up and walk it off. And remember that if Athena were to win this game, he's going to have a little help coming off. The teams move on to the boys regionals. This year they are at Fredonia State University, Saturday, March 14th. A 1 o'clock game for Class D, 3 o'clock for Class B, 5 o'clock for Class C, and 7 o'clock for Class A. It's a long ride to Fredonia, so go out there and watch 4 great basketball games and support the Section 5 teams as they move into the state playoffs. And there's Murphy going to the sidelines, and they'll attend to him here. Hopefully he is okay. So now it's an opportunity for Coach Brown to pick somebody.
Davis is coming back in. You know, this is culminating a nice season here for Athena.
A lot of pressure on that guy too, Don Brown.
A lot of pressure. I talked to him. I asked him who was more nervous before this telecast, he or me. And you know, he was very uneasy over there. There's a lot of pressure going undefeated and trying to stay undefeated.
And a lot of times too, with a great player like John Wallace, people expect you to win.
Right. You know, but I'll tell you what. You know, credit to the supporting cast. You know, John, you know, draws all the attention, but you know, these other kids really proved that, you know, it's not just John Wallace on this Athena team. You know,
all right, so 1:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. It is 61-47. Don Brown with his team on the sidelines and talking things over. And the way they shoot free throws, they are in great shape with a lead right now. The Fairport cheerleaders have taken to the court trying to support their team. And Coach Fitch, let's listen in.
Out of their hands, okay? Try to foul somebody baseline, play it if you can. Still don't let the long pass go. Don't let the long pass go. Make sure you wait till TJ gets by before you come up, okay? Give you one more chance. Let's go. Come on, jump now. Let's go. No, hey.
We're going to give it one more chance.
Poise and confidence.
We're minute 22 until we got it, baby. Minute 22. Let's go. Let's go.
Johnny should be an outlet man. 1, 2, 3. Mike.
Greece Athena is 24 for 26 in free throws in the second half. Fairport ball.
Again, maybe hear the announcer there. 24 of 26 in free throws for Athena. 30 of 37 from the game, and they missed their first 2 and 5 of their first 7, so they have been just outstanding since the middle of the first quarter. Fairport just 8 of 12 from the line. Esposito trying to force one there. Instead goes to Manhertz, who takes the 3. That won't fall. The rebound for Downing. Very active on the boards and gets the rebound and misses the shot, but he'll go to the line.
Downing is the younger brother there of Stu Downing, who was a great player at Fairport last year, who is now at Siena College.
Substitution coming into the game. Davies goes out. Steve Ostrander getting a little playing time here. And normally Coach Brown goes 16. And so now with an opportunity here with a 14-point lead, a minute to go, he's trying to get a couple of his other players in the game. Ostrander comes in as Downing makes the free throw. Davies had fouled out of the ball game with 8 points. Downing hits them both. It's now 61-49. There's John Wallace. We'll see how he handles the ball. Pressured by Downing, and 3 guys on him. He kicks it back outside to Schmidt. They look back for Wallace. He was open, but the ball is knocked loose. And hold on a second. We've got a foul here on Schmidt. A little bit out of control that time for Athena.
That was, again, a very poor entry pass. He didn't take his time.
That's the team's third.
But just the third team foul against Athena.
You know, Athena doesn't foul. You know, we played them twice this year. You know, you really end up fouling Athena a lot, you know, basically because of John, but also because of Pratt's penetration there.
The miss, and here comes Wallace on the break. He kicks it over to Schmidt. 38 seconds to go, and here's Lenhard with the ball. Back to the senior Pratt, and he's fouled by Esposito. And he'll go to the free throw line, and right now Coach Fitch is going to clear his bench. Coming into the game for Athena, Matt May, Tony Davis, Brad Torsoni, and Josh Elder all coming into the game right now. Well, you got to give these Fairport kids a lot of credit. The crowd standing up now from the Athena side too as John Wallace comes out of the game. 23 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 6 blocks. Stu Downing, his brother Stu, Keith Downing, played an outstanding game. And the final game for Joe Manhertz as he hugs his coach, Jeff Fitch. Coach Fitch talked about just a pleasure to coach this group. He said he really enjoyed them and just an outstanding bunch of young men. And it's got to be a tough point right here, Coach, isn't it? I mean,
yes,
you've been on the winning end twice in this game and once on the losing end, and you talk to your kids, you've gone so far and it ends in disappointment. What are the kind of things you think Coach Fitch will tell them?
Well, you know, you hate it for your seniors. This is their last opportunity. But Fairport has basically a young team over there. You know, they have Downing coming back, T.J. McCormick coming back, they got Wakefield coming back, they got Vinny Esposito coming back, they have Davis coming back. They really have a nice nucleus of a team coming back next year. This may not be their area this year. But again, you feel for the seniors. They don't have an opportunity for that patch.
30 seconds ago, let's listen to Coach Brown.
Whoever got the ball, I'll go back, play center field. You play center field. You got the ball out. I got it. I got it. He's got the ball out. We're 1-4. You're going to pitch for him. All right?
14-point lead at this point for Coach Don Brown and his Athena team. And they're going to win the Section 5 Class A championship and move into the state playoffs. And, Coach, you've seen a lot of great teams come through this area and a lot of great players. How far, in your opinion, do you think this team can progress?
Oh, they can hold their own. You know, they beat a good team there from Buffalo earlier in the year. I believe they'll have to probably match up with LaSalle there in Buffalo. And I haven't seen them play, but I think they can go quite a ways. You know, they're overachievers, some of these supporting cast players. You know, Pratt and Lenhart, they're aggressive players. They can shoot the ball. You know, you always have to worry about John Wallace.
The bench is cleared for both teams. This is Mike McCardle with the ball on offense for Athena as we are running down to the final seconds of the game. They're going to call him for a turnover here, and Fairport's going to get the ball back. Just 14 seconds left in the game. A lot of substitutions, as we mentioned, into the game. Mike Dobreski, Anthony Marino, Jeff Ostretler, Mark McCardle, and John Mobley all coming into the game. Paul Clark.
Anthony Marino.
Here's Anthony Marino now just coming into the game, a guy you'll probably see a lot of next year for Athena. Josh Elder. The ball comes loose, and it's picked up by Marino. 5 seconds to go here in the game, and Greece Athena is going to win this ball game, the three-pointer, and it's all over. Coach Don Brown and his Greece Athena Trojans are the Section 5 Class A champions. They are 23-0 on the season as they defeat Fairport. The final score in this one, 63-49 over the Fairport Red Raiders, who put on quite a show in this sectional tournament. Won a tough game against Webster to reach this championship game, but now it is Greece Athena, led by the man right there, John Wallace. 23 points, 9 rebounds, and I'm sure he will be named the Section 5 Class A most valuable player. They picked Coach Brown up here, and he's going to get a little ride.
Don, I'm happy for Don. That's a great achievement here.
He won a sectional title in '85 for Athena, and now he comes back 7 years later to win one. And there's the group of outstanding young men that play for Fairport. An emotional time when your career comes to an end, at least your high school career. And we're going to come back and hear from the winners and have the presentation of the championship trophy when we return. Greece Athena is the Section 5 Class A champs.
Genie Manufacturing Corporation salutes junior achievement as a credit to the community. Junior Achievement of Rochester prepares young people for the business and community challenges of tomorrow. Genie Manufacturing knows that junior achievement teaches the same commitment to total quality that made Genie a 4-year member of Rochester's top 100 businesses. Genie and Junior Achievement, committed to excellence. The future at work today and a credit to the community.
Some people say it's impossible to make a great tasting sandwich that's better for you. With new Healthy Choice cold cuts, they're about to eat their words and love it. Here's why. Tender chicken breast, oven roasted turkey, cooked ham. Delicious? Definitely. But lower in fat and sodium than the leading brand, and that's got to be better for you. For a sandwich this good, remember these words. Healthy Choice cold cuts. With Healthy Choice, the choice is yours.
My name is Kim Aldrin, and I'm a 7th grader at Frederick Douglass Middle School. I would like to introduce you to my hero, my school counselor, Mr. Joe Barone. Mr. Barone is always there for you when you have a problem or just need someone to talk to. In the end, he always cheers you up and hopefully solves your problem.
I feel very, very fortunate that I have the opportunity to work with these kids. They're a great bunch of kids.
Mr. Barone cares about people, and we care about him. Mr. Barone is a great person, and someone like him is hard to find, but I'm lucky because he's my counselor.
This special presentation of Section 5 high school basketball is brought to you by your Rochester Regional Ford dealers and by Rochester Gas and Electric.
Welcome back. We are courtside with the man of the hour, the coach of the year, and coach, a sense of relief now that the sectional title is here.
It feels great. It was a tough battle, it was a tough game that I knew it would be. I'm just so glad it's all over.
You guys started out in the first half, and the game went a different way for you, and then you came out in the second half and really took control.
Well, we try to sort out a few things at halftime and try and take better advantage of it. That's all. Great credit for Fairport. They played awfully good, awfully inspired.
All right, Coach, they're going to give you your trophy. Go ahead out there. Coach Don Brown is going to be awarded his trophy as the Section 5 Coach of the Year, and now taking the trophy as sectional champions. And Coach Cox, this kind of ball game, Athena stayed in it for a while, but I think the talent and the experience of Athena may be just too much in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, Fairport stayed in it for a while. Yeah, they did early what they had to do. They tried to control the tempo. But Fairport, I mean, Athena is an excellent team. You know, the supporting cast came through. Big John played fantastic in the lane. You know, he intimidated them a little bit on their shot. You know, I'm happy for Athena. They were the preseason pick, and it's really nice to see him go all the way.
Okay, Coach Jim Cox, we want to thank you for being part of our broadcast. An outstanding job. Good luck next year with Rush Henrietta. For Rich Becker and Coach Jim Cox, I'm Mike Catalana. Thanks for watching. We're the Greece Athena Trojans on the Section 5 Class A champs. Have a good evening.